Well, let's keep on going. We've already gone this far with our GFs, we can afford to learn everything. Because then we can set up our final junctions and we no longer have to worry about who gets what. The only thing we're missing is Ultima magic for everyone, and Meteor for everyone would be nice, but I don't think we're getting that anytime soon. We do have Meteor for 3 people, that needs to be good enough. Oh, yeah, there we go. We've got all of our cactus forms. So we gotta go back to GF ability, medicine, refinement. We turn those into 100 needles, and then we turn the 100 needles into a speed up. And then I think we can turn the speed up into a speed junction scroll. Perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. Because that way all of our characters will be able to have a speed junction. The only junctions that we won't be able to get for everyone are luck and evasion, because the items that you need in order to refine those scrolls are so hard to come by. It would take so much farming, I'm not gonna put myself through that. Okay, let me just double check something real quick. How many lightweights do I have? 20. How many would I actually need in order to make an accelerator? $100. Yeah, no, fuck that shit. We're definitely not doing that. Oh, he's almost done with that. I mean, I guess... Nah, we're not gonna be here long enough to make that happen. Let's give him speed 40% so he will be faster. And speed 20% because I no longer care about mugging. Hey Flucia, how's it going? I'm doing alright. Currently farming some experience for my GFs and working on my final setup for my characters. There we go. Okay, you've learned all of the useful stuff. Got it. Hello, Faye. How's it going? It's funny that everyone is wrong about my username. How do you pronounce it? I'm sorry that I've been mispronouncing it for the entire time. Yep, more cactus thorns, we don't need those. But the G is set like in guide, okay, so F Logia, basically. Awesome, I'll try to remember it. Yep, he's done learning all the useful stuff. He is definitely done learning all the useful stuff, and he can still learn this. Where is Eden currently? Oh, okay, yeah. Let's just grind out those last few AP that we need for these. And then we can finalize our GF setup. Well, almost entirely anyways. We're going to have to... There's 1 or 2 items that we will only get on disc 4 that we will still need for our GFs, but nothing too serious right now. If you don't, I will find a lot of bugs on Reanimal on day 1. I'm sure somebody will. I'm sure somebody is gonna find the exact necessary combination of buttons and actions that nobody has thought about. That is going to cause the game to BOSD your entire desktop. I can, but I won't. That's very kind of you. 17 XP for this. That's ridiculous. Jet engine. Okay. Don't know how a cactuar dropped something like that, but okay. Not ability, GF. Oh, he finally got to the HP things, okay. Finished Life is Strange Double Exposure yesterday. It was a very good game. Oh, nice. Haven't played it myself. I'm chronically backlogged with gaming, so it always takes me forever and a day to get around to things. But I found way too much bugs without looking. This breaks immersion. Oh. You do seem to have a knack for finding them, yeah. I did actually find a few more texture issues in this game, but truth be told, I don't care too much. Yeah, but I don't want to find bugs on that kind of games. Who wants to find bugs in any kind of game? May I ask you a question? I was always wondering, but never investigated. Sure, go ahead. I want to find bugs. It's so fun, but not in narrative games. Yeah. The worst part is when it's not just a bug in a narrative game, but a bug that's actually affecting the narrative. Like, you're so immersed in the game, you're so looking forward to, like, the final emotional climax of the third act or whatever, and then the cutscene just doesn't play, or the audio suddenly cuts out and the entire cutscene is silent, and you're just sitting there like, why? Why now? Why couldn't you do that when I was doing all the boring grinding stuff? When a GF learns GF, magic, or HP, plus 20%, for example, does it count for all GFs or just the one who learned it? Just for the one who learned it, Faye. So if Cerberus learns GF HP plus 10%, it's only Cerberus who gets the HP boost, the others don't. Which is why every single GF has this separately. I should apply for QA. Yeah, you'd probably do very well in a QA role. Although you would probably also quite often hear the words, yeah, that's a legit bug, but we don't have time to investigate it, sorry. And then you just sit there and go like, but it's a bug. That happens to everyone who works in QA. It's like, I found a bug, it's a really serious one. Yeah, but past the submission deadline, sorry, this is not getting fixed. Okay. Would love it, but I don't have any diploma due to past health issue. Most QA jobs actually require... Well, but what kind of diploma are we talking about? Because most QA jobs basically just require you to have finished high school and be over the age of 18 so you can sign an NDA. Like QA, and this is gonna sound horrible, but baseline QA is entry-level work. Anyone who can be trained how to properly enter issues in a database and work with an Excel sheet can technically do QA work. Whether they'll be able to do QA work efficiently is a different question. Whether they'll be any good at it is a different question. And then of course once you get to like senior QA and such, you need experience in the job. But there is no college or university degree that will give you an advantage in QA. And I really mean, when I say entry-level work, I really just mean in terms of qualifications. It is actually such important work. QA is super, super important, and it's always the neglected stepchild of video game development, so... It gets even worse when you're in localization QA, because then you're the red-headed stepchild of video game QA. I was doing that job for 7 years. It was very interesting. Oh wow, somebody actually leveled up because of this fighting. Well, I live in France, so at the end of high school equivalent is lycée and the diploma is baccalaureate, but I didn't get it due to health issues. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine that would suck. Okay, so the... Oh! So Bahamut will probably be the last one who'll be done learning, because all his abilities were like 200 plus AP. And my school didn't take me back. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. But that's okay, I'm a teen, I have time, I guess. Well, I'm sure Franz has something like evening school, right? Where you can basically catch up on diploma if you've missed it. Okay, yeah, he's almost done. He just needs another 60. He still needs a bit more. Because he needs GFHP plus 40. Those are the only two left? Okay. So we should be done here fairly quickly. And then we can distribute all of our GFs across our 6 people. Learn a few things that they still need to learn. And then we can farm for energy crystals. It's really just Bahamut who needs to learn stuff. Oh, I actually got seed level for this? Okay. You can pass it with a candidature, but I was doing a program, so I know how to sell things, but I don't have the knowledge to pass the general, which is the one you can do on candidature. Okay. The French system sounds really weird and confusing. But that's probably just because I'm not used to it. Oh nice, that was 4 of them. That was really good. Yeah, it is. But energy crystals are easy to get at the El Noir guy in Esther. Exactly, that's the one we're going to get. That's the one we're going to go to next. But I'm gonna have to look up exactly what the best option is for dropping them. Like, do I have to defeat him legitimately, or do I have to, mug him? That's going to be the question. I'm actually gonna look that up right now. Okay, yeah, so he needs to be high level and he needs to drop them. So we can't just... I can't just level him down to level 1 or something like that. You'll defeat it easily. Yeah, we're gonna junction death to status attack, so that's gonna work in our favor. Just gonna have to remember not to put mug on. There's something called the DAU, which is a diploma you can apply after 2 years of work, and if you pass it, you can go to university. Because that diploma has the same legal effect. Okay. Okay, he needs another 100 and then we're done here. We're also gonna have to make a quick trip to the forest near Timber to get 4 dragon skin from an anaconda. should be one more fight and then our GFs should have learned everything. QA sounds cool, but I feel like I'm not good enough to do that. Like I said, there's not much that you need to be able to do in order to work in QA. You need to be able to be fluent in English, because that's the language in which pretty much every bug database is going to work. And all of your contacts are going to work. And you need to be able to play video games, find bugs, and be able to work with Excel sheets, basically. And that's it. Okay, everybody has learned everything they need to learn? Yes, awesome. Okay, now we can actually distribute our GFs. Yes. Off. Yes. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna have to grab my handy Excel sheet that I made yesterday so I can actually look this up properly. And see who's getting which GF. Alright, yes, keep that. Junction, Irvine, you are getting Pandemona and Leviathan. We're not assigning magic or anything else just yet. Squall is getting Shiva, Diabolos and Cactor. Alright. Selfie is getting... Where's Selfie in my list? She's getting Brothers and Doom Train. Cell, you are getting Ifrit, Carbuncle and Eden. She is getting Cerberus and Bahamut. And Renoa is getting Quetzalcoatl, Siren, and Alexander. And actually, Tonberry can go to whoever. Like, Tonberry doesn't really have any abilities that we need immediately. We are going to need him for the next battle, so let's give him to Selfie. She's already got all the wacky GFs. She can have one more. She's got Brothers, Doom Train, and Tonberry. Brothers and Tonberry are just funny, and Doom Train, well, she loves trains, so... There we go. Alright. Now we gotta break out some amnesia greens and make some GFs forget a few things. We're gonna start with Pandemona. She can forget this one because she's got Elemental Death too. And let's see... Gonna need to forget at least one more thing. Let's also forget the summon magic. This. Okay. And Leviathan can forget this. Cerberus or Bahamut. You know, Cerberus already has like 5,000 junctions. I would rather give something to Bahamut. You can forget this one, please, and this one. Quetzalcoatl. Siren and Alexander. I don't think we've made Siren forget anything yet. So let's take that. And then let's actually start at giving them stuff. HP Junction Scroll. That one needs to go to Pandemona. And it needs to go to Bahamut. Perfect. Then we need to get to... Oh god, I did not sort any of these. That's gonna be problematic. This is also going to Pandemona and to Bahamut. And then we made Siren forget something. She's gonna need a Spirit Junction. Alright. And a Speed Junction as well. Where's my Speed Junction scroll? There we go. Yeah. Siren. Let me double check if they actually learned this stuff automatically or if I still need to... Yeah, okay, they've already learned it, so I don't need to get extra AP for that.